Merry Christmas season, everybody. In today's video, I'm going to take you with us as we find our Christmas tree, as we do some decorating, some baking. I'm going to share with you some Black Friday finds, and I'm going to show you what I put in our December 1st gifts. Let's spend the day together. We have had a real Christmas tree our entire marriage. In fact, in our first house, our living room had high ceilings, and so our very first Christmas tree was a huge 9-foot Christmas tree. And it wasn't until we moved to the little house that we backed down to a 7 to 8 foot tree. So we've always really enjoyed this. It's fun for us. In fact, I told Brandon that if I had room for it, that I would get one of these huge, very expensive trees every year, and he was right on board with that. But anyway, we found the perfect tree. We have gone to the same place for the last few years, and we really enjoy the service that they provide. They do a really great job. So here's the tree all bundled up whenever we got home. They bundle the tree for you. They do a fresh cut on the bottom, so the process is really pretty seamless.
Here, can I use those clippers?
Yeah. Very sharp. Tell you more about this piece in our home tour, but I'm really excited that I get to add this to the kids' room this year. But it was a thrifted item, and so it had a couple of little quirks that needed to be fixed.
Harry? You are an aftershave? That's not aftershave, that's kerosene.
Hey everybody, it is Saturday. You saw we went yesterday and we got our Christmas tree. So I've got it up behind me. I have the lights all finished, so I'm ready to decorate. So hopefully you guys will get to see some clips of that later, but I wanted to share with you the things that I found on Black Friday. I wouldn't say that I'm a huge Black Friday shopper, mainly just because I'm not a huge retail shopper in general, but we had a really good time yesterday. We went to a mall and we went to Belk, JCPenney, Children's Place, and a couple of boutiques in the mall, and then we went to Kohl's and Hobby Lobby, and then today I went to the thrift store and Walmart. So I'm going to show you the things that I got. Many of those stores I have not been in so long, like probably years, some of them, because now I just do so much of my shopping secondhand, and we don't shop that often. So I am excited to show you the things that I got. I got some really good finds. So let's go ahead and start with the things that I got when we were at the mall. All right, the first place where I made a purchase of the day was at a boutique in the mall. They had lots of little local things. They had cute things for kids. There was just a wide array of things there. So I found these peppermint sticks. This is actually by a brand that is local to us. So this Old School Mill brand is a North Carolina brand. And I just thought these would be really pretty in a glass jar sitting in the kitchen. So as I'm decorating, I'm gonna kind of include these. The next thing I got are these bingo boards. I got these to go in my kids' stockings. We've had these before, but they've gotten torn up. So they were only $3 a piece, which I thought was a really great deal. All right, the second place we went in the mall was Children's Place. I couldn't tell you the last time I've been to Children's Place. It might have been before I had children. I don't know. But they had a rack at the back that was 80% off. And I saw a few Christmas things peppered here and there, you know, in the racks, but they didn't have a clearance sticker on them or anything. And so I saw this dress and I went up to the register and I said, surely this is not where it's supposed to be. And she said, no, it really is. She said, we don't sell Gymboree, so whenever we get it in, we have to automatically put it at 80% off. I don't know, I don't understand all of that, but anyway. So I got 2 items and both of them were 80% off. So the first one is this dress for my daughter. I mean, look how precious. I think that it is so beautiful. Full price, it was $46.98, so I got it 80% off of that. It is really well made. It has an elastic material in the back, And with it being the length that it is and the shape that it is, I absolutely think that we can get 2 years of wear out of this and put some leggings or tights under it next year. I just could not love this little dress more. The second thing I got is a pair of Christmas pajamas. So actually the December 1st boxes are done. I'm gonna show you those later, but I have everything I need for those. And so I really didn't need any pajamas, but these were such a good deal and I had such a hard time finding good secondhand pajamas this year that I'm just gonna put these back for their December 1st gifts next year. So these are gonna be for my daughter and this is what they look like. It's a little 2-piece long sleeve, long pants set. Again, they are gymboree. I just love this motif, this pattern. It's so cute. So she doesn't know about these. I am just going to store them in a bag at the bottom of my wrapping bin, and then next year that's where they will be whenever I get ready to wrap our December 1st gifts. All right, after gymboree, we went to JC Penney. I want to show you the couple things I got there. They had a pretty good sale on their jewelry, and I ended up getting 2 pieces for myself. This feels like such a luxury because I don't do this, you know. I thrift things, I yard sale things, I wear them for a really long time. So this just felt like such a splurge, even though it really wasn't that much of a splurge at all. I got a pair of earrings and a necklace, and the total came out to $17. I used to have a few pairs of earrings from the Monet brand at JCPenney, and I really liked them. So I came across these, and I thought these would be so pretty, especially during this holiday season. I just think that they are simple yet elegant. I think that I can wear them with my hair up or down. I can wear them with casual outfits or dressy outfits. We actually have a second Thanksgiving gathering this evening, and I think I might put these on instead. We'll see. All right, I mentioned the next thing that I got was a necklace. I am not really a big necklace person, but I saw this and I just thought it was so beautiful and so delicate. So this is Liz Claiborne, and it's just this triple strand of gold, and it has these little gold dots on it. Let me try it on and we'll see how it looks on. So I just think it's really pretty. I love how dainty it is. The one thing about it is that this is on the loosest setting. So, you know, it can be really close to your neck or it can be here. If I ever want it to be longer than that, I will have to get like a necklace extender. Whenever I tried it on yesterday, I was wearing a turtleneck, so it was hard for me to tell how it was gonna fit, but I think this will be really nice. All right, I think I'm just gonna leave that necklace on actually for the rest of the video. I found 3 things at Kohl's. One of them is a gift that I won't show here. The other 2 things were one for me and one for my daughter. I needed some more socks to wear with my Chelsea boots. Whenever I'm wearing boots, I don't like wearing a thick sock. I like wearing something that's really thin that also comes up high enough. So they had these Sonoma, the Everyday Crew socks, and they came in a set of 5, and I think they were maybe $5. Yeah, they were $5.99, so I thought that that was, you know, a really good price for this many pairs of socks. They're in colors that I really like, and I think these will be a good addition to my winter wardrobe. The other thing I got was for my daughter. Whenever I do their December 1st gifts, I like to include an ornament that they can add to their tree. And I like to try to make it something that they're kind of interested in. So she likes unicorns, and I found this cute little ornament. Let me turn this down a little so the pink will show up. I just think the details on it are really pretty, and it is delicate, but it's not one of those that you feel like you're just gonna breathe on it and it breaks. So hopefully it will make it. It does have glitter on the mane and the tail. It's just really cute. Ornaments were also on sale, so I paid $4.19 for this one. All right, the last stop was Hobby Lobby. So let me show you the things that I found there. Truth be told, I really did not need a roll of wrapping paper. I have several patterns that I like already, and I will kind of pan over and show you those here. But I did not have a plaid. They had 2 patterns there that I really liked, but I ended up settling on this red and green. It's just classic. You just can't go wrong. So If you know anything about Hobby Lobby rolls of wrapping paper, so they're enormous. This is 100 square feet of wrapping paper. Can you see how much wrapping paper is on this roll? So I will probably have this for a few years. So if you buy wrapping paper at Hobby Lobby, usually by the time you run through the roll, you are tired of it and ready for something new. But if you're looking for good wrapping paper that you get a lot of, this is $9.99 and then it's 50% off. So, you know, you're talking $5 a roll for a lot of wrapping paper. There are a lot of places where you can find really cute wrapping paper, and then, you know, when you look at the end of the tube, it's wrapped around, you know, 4 or 5 times, and you really don't get that much paper. So just keep that in mind as you're shopping for your wrapping paper. Right with the wrapping things, they also had tape, so I went ahead and got a 4-pack of the Scotch matte gift wrap tape just because I knew that I was out and I needed some. Christmas brings with it lots of goodies, and a lot of times I make things and I want to share it. I also teach music lessons and I make goodies for my students every year. So I try to find little disposable bags. Usually they're a twist tie kind, but I found these and they are zippered bags with handles, and you get 30 of them for $3.99, and then again 50% off, so 30 bags for $2. So I got 2 different designs. The first one is this kind of candy cane stripe with the gingerbread men and gingerbread ladies. And then the pattern that I actually saw first that I liked was the wreaths with the bows. So now I have 60 bags going into the Christmas season. Very excited about that. I'm working to recreate a wreath that I saw in a Southern Living magazine. I will insert a picture of it here, but I'm wanting to do this on our wreaths at church. So I'm using an existing wreath, and I've already gotten some faux magnolia stems. To go with that, I found these really pretty kind of cedar looking sprigs. They only had 3, or I would have gotten more than them. These were $3.99 and then they were half off. And I think what I can actually do is go in and cut these sprigs to be smaller. So, you know, for one sprig, I can get maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little pieces of cedar to pin around the wreaths. So we'll see how that goes, but I picked those up. The next thing I got from Hobby Lobby was a 2-pack of hand towels. These were $12.99, and then so that was half off of that. And the back one is just this, you know, beige, which is fine. You know, I can add that to the collection. But what I really wanted was this Christmas tree print. I just think that this is so fun. I think it'll look really pretty hanging in the kitchen, or, you know, just laying next to some cookies. I'm really happy to add that to our Christmas collection. We were with a family member who wanted to gift the kids with some little craft sets that they could do over Christmas. So she got 2 of each of these for the kids. This is the first one, and these were $1 a piece once the 50% off was taken. So these you can color, and then this little Christmas tree ornament you can paint. So I thought those were really sweet, and I love that it comes with everything that you need to do the craft. All right, last thing here. You might remember if you watched my December videos last year that I had an ornament exchange for our ladies group from church, and everybody brought an ornament, and then we sort of did it Naughty Santa style or White Elephant style, however you call that, where you're able to steal gifts. We call it kind of Naughty Santa style. The ornament that I ended up coming away with was a little Where's Waldo, and I thought the kids would love it, and they did until they used it maybe 1 or 2 days, and then somebody broke the foot off. So I was gonna glue it back together. I never did. I may still glue it back together and donate it, but for Abram's December 1st gift, I got him another Where's Waldo. I do think the idea of hiding him on the tree and then, you know, having somebody try to find him, I think it's a really cute idea. All right, those were all of my Black Friday finds. I want to show you the few things that I found at the thrift store this morning. The thrift store today had a 30% off store-wide sale, so everything that I got, just keep in mind that it's 30% off the price that I tell you. I got 2 spools of this red velvet ribbon. I will either use this for decorating or for gift wrapping, and then it was 50 cents, and then again 30% off of that. And I purchased 2 of these. And then the last thing that I came across, I love pottery mugs. I have 2 of them. They both were thrifted gifts from my husband, and they are my favorite mugs. And I came across this and I just fell in love with it. I think this would make a really lovely gift for somebody, but I'm gonna keep it for myself. You guys will have to let me know what you think this is. At first I thought it was one of those butter bell things that when you lift up the lid, it has the bell and you can put butter and put it in water and it keeps it, you know, nice and soft all the time. But when you lift it up, it's just a regular lid. There's no bell on the inside. But I just think this is beautiful. It doesn't have a name on the bottom of it that I can tell. It does have some kind of markings as if somebody maybe were gonna write a name. So I don't know if this is a handmade piece of pottery or if this is something that was store-bought, but I love the leaf pattern. I don't know what I'm gonna use it for yet, but I'm determined to find a way to incorporate this because it's so pretty. So this was $3 and then 30% off of that. So I paid just over $2 for this really adorable piece. All right, so that's everything that I found. If you will notice, there really wasn't any decor other than the sprigs of greenery that I am using for the tree at church. Really, everything else was what Michael & Smith calls seasonal supplies. If you're not familiar with Michael & Smith, I've read a couple of her books. Her Instagram channel is The Nester, and she talks about cozy minimalism. And one thing that she mentions is just instead of always buying decor and we have more and more decor and we're just moving stuff around, what if you just buy a few seasonal supplies and they're things that are consumable, you use them up, they're beautiful, they add that seasonal flair, but it's not so much just standalone decor. I've especially learned that living in the little house. We're at right around 1,000 square feet here. I just don't have the space. I don't have the flat surfaces to set standalone decor. So I have my favorite things, and if I start bringing in new decor, then I really need to cycle some of my old decor out. So instead of doing that, I bring in pretty wrapping paper. I bring in pretty dish towels. I put our Christmas candy in a really pretty jar so it's accessible and people can enjoy it, but also it's pretty and it brings those colors into the kitchen. So I just wanted to share that with you and just kind of point that out. If you noticed I didn't buy any decor, it really wasn't intentional, but I think it's just a byproduct of this is kind of how I do life now. If I find something little like an ornament, I'll add that, but I'm not going to go out every year and buy a whole new set of decor because I just don't need to. I always enjoy spending time in the kitchen, but there's something about spending time in the kitchen at Christmas and around the holidays that just feels extra special. So on this particular day, this was on Saturday, and I was actually making what we call Tar Heel pie. So this was a recipe that was given to me by a family member. I've shared it here many times, and I will share the recipe card here in a minute so you can screenshot that if you wish. It is basically brownie in a pie crust, and like I said, this was on Saturday. I had to break away for a second and just look away from my cooking at the beauty around me. It's just so sweet to see the kids taking in Christmas and adding their own little special touches. But anyway, we had to postpone one of our family gatherings because of sickness. So on Saturday, we celebrated Christmas with my family, and I was asked to bring Tar Heel pie. So again, here is the recipe. It is rich, it is decadent, it is just as good warm as it is nice and cold with a glass of milk or a cup of coffee. It is just so good. I can pretty much make it by heart now. The one thing you do want to make sure that you do, first of all, is whenever you melt the chocolate and butter to not let it boil. And then as you're gradually adding it into the sugar and egg mixture, you want to make sure to do it slowly so that you don't scramble your eggs. My family always fights over who gets to lick the bowl. We usually try to share it, and sometimes I might sneak a bit as well. These ornaments are some of my very favorites, and I want to share them with you.
Autumn. Andy, look what I got.
All right, I wanted to show you guys what I put in the kids' December 1st gifts. So this was my daughter's and this was my son's. So they each got these bluey Merry Christmas t-shirts. I got these from the Christmas show. So they each got one of those. And then they each got an ornament. So there's the one I showed you I got for Andy. There's the one I showed you that I got for Abram. Now, I usually always include a DVD. I say always. This is only our second year doing this. And I just pull from our DVD collection. So Andy, I put The Grinch because she really likes that. And then Abram, I put Claymation Christmas because I've been telling him that he needs to watch it and we haven't watched it as a family yet. So if you've ever seen this, you'll have to let me know. There's a really funny scene of Carol of the Bells. And so I just, it's very funny. They each got pajamas. Abram got a pair of footy pajamas because that's what he asked for. And then Andy actually got two, not because she needs more than him, but it's just, I ended up finding two. So she has a sleep dress or a nightgown, and then she has a zip-up pair. And then I usually try to include a treat. So last year I think I did the little Christmas cakes, and this year I did the little Debbie Cosmic brownie Christmas trees. They each got two of them, but they both ate one this morning. The December 1st boxes are something that I've really come to enjoy. I think it's just a really nice way to start out the Christmas season and kind of say, let's have fun, let's slow down, let's enjoy this time. I've been thinking also about some ways that I might want to adapt it and change it for the years to come. We do have a lot of really good Christmas books. We have a pretty decent collection, but I think including a Christmas book every year for each of them would be really cool. I also think some popcorn or kettle corn would be cool, and I can't remember actually if I did that last year. I'm gonna have to look back at my video actually because I don't remember. And then I also think that it would be nice, you know, we are Christians, and so we celebrate Christmas through that lens. You know, that's the reason for Christmas for us. But I don't really have anything indicating that in the boxes. So I don't know, I might like to explore and think about what I would like to add into the box to reflect that. But anyway, yeah, this is something I started doing last year. I've seen people do similar things, and I've really enjoyed it. The kids remembered it and they looked forward to it. So we gave them to them this morning before we went to church, and yeah, it was just really fun. So Abram has already worn his bluey shirt today. I think Andy's gonna wear a pair of her pajamas tonight. It's a really fun little tradition. So if you decide you want to do this with your family, you know, next year, or even you could call it a first week of December gift, you know, and still get it out or whatever. But there are a million different ways that you could change and adapt it and make it your own. It's just really fun. All right, I think I'm going to make myself a cup of tea, and I'm going to sign off by doing a little more decorating. Thank you guys so much for coming with me in this first December vlog. I'm going to be trying to put out 2 videos every week, so make sure that you subscribe so that you don't miss them, and I'll talk to you soon. Happy December, everybody.